Vice President Mike Pence back in Billings, spending the day talking tough on drugs and supporting Senator Steve Daines in his bid for re-election.
We can turn this around, Montana, and we will. Talking about you on the way. Thank you for being here.
In private events, Pence focused mostly on the drug crisis in Mexico and how it's impacting us here in Montana, but also talked about the importance of treatment and prevention.
Air Force Two touched down in Billings just before noon today.
Smooth landing up at Billings Logan International Airport. The Vice President and Second Lady Karen Pence, accompanied by Senator Steve Daines and Representative Greg Gianforte. Once the plane landed, Pence was met with applause.
He then took several minutes to meet, greet, and shake hands with supporters standing by on the tarmac. He played to that moment, even giving one last wave before his motorcade drove off.
Well, the draw to Billings, a much more serious conversation, though, as the Vice President visited Riverstone Health to hear firsthand about the drug epidemic in rural America.
Q2's Samantha Sullivan was there and has more on what the Vice President had to say to Montanans.
If you're involved in selling drugs to people here in Montana, we are going to find you and we are going to stop you.
Vice President Mike Pence coming to Montana to meet with local law enforcement and healthcare professionals to hear the struggles of the methamphetamine problem firsthand.
Meth runs these streets. Crimes are increasing and law enforcement is struggling to keep up. The drug is cheap, easy to get, and more potent than ever before.
The meth that we see here in Montana is different meth than it was several years ago. The homegrown meth at 25% purity that we used to see in Montana has been replaced with Mexican cartel meth with purities north of 95%.
But it's not just the criminal side of the drug. Meth is tearing Montana families apart.
While law enforcement is essential, I want you to know we understand that we can't arrest our way out of this problem. We've got to provide remedies and opportunities for rehabilitation.
The Vice President meeting with women at Willow Way, a rehabilitation center where women struggling with addiction can get the help they need while still caring for their children.
How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm doing good. Just got to the last phase and I have a light at the end of the tunnel. I have hope and courage again, and I now know how to be an amazing mom to my son. So I'm doing really good. This program has helped me a lot.
These women were just part of the inspiration behind a bill that Senator Steve Daines pushed for in Congress, allowing more communities to develop a similar style of rehabilitation and care so women can stay with their children throughout treatment and improve the outcomes for their families.
If you are caught up in drug abuse and addiction, in the grip of addiction here in Montana, there is help. The people of this state and this nation want to put their arms around you and help you restart your life free of drug addiction.
In Billings, Samantha Sullivan, MTN News.
Thanks so much, Sammy. Now